18 instances when Prince Louis demonstrated the unpredictable nature of being the third child. It has been over a year since the day that Prince Louis made internet history during Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee pageant. The charming 4-year-old didn't show the slightest interest in the historic event, and this has become a defining trait of his personality. In May 2023, he once again showcased his disinterest, this time at his grandfather's coronation. He gifted us with some incredibly meme-worthy moments, from the funny stink face he made while entering Westminster Abbey to the big yawns he couldn't be bothered to hide during the ceremony. Even on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, his waves were utterly unimpressed. He couldn't have cared less about King Charles II's coronation day, and frankly, it was a bit boring. So thank you, Prince Louis, for representing what many of us felt that day. He is the quintessential embodiment of the wild card that is the third child. Sometimes he's sweet, sometimes he's sour, and being in the public eye, you can be sure someone always has an opinion. While many of us adore his antics, there are always those who criticize, especially when it comes to parenting. Of course, it's Kate Middleton's fault that Louis wasn't perfectly behaved, according to some. It couldn't possibly be attributed to his entirely normal behavior for his age or, heaven forbid, his father, Prince William. Fathers are never the problem. We apologize for even suggesting such a preposterous idea. In the midst of all this pearl clutching, we're here to say, mind your own business and let the little prince do his thing. Now let's dive into some specific moments that showcased Prince Louis's unpredictable nature. 1. Save me. During a visit to the Royal International Air Tattoo at RAF Fairford, Prince Louis appeared to signal that he was being held against his will. Will and Kate probably wished he didn't make it look like he needed help. 2. Making a break for it. Prince Louis seemed to find an opportunity to escape and wasn't about to let it slip. However, Prince William was quick to retrieve him. The RIAT is clearly not the place for a chase or a game of tag. 3. A chew. Despite being told countless times, Prince Louis was seen grabbing his nose as if he were emphasizing a foul smell. Perhaps his parents wished he had saved such cringe-worthy acts for behind the walls of Kensington Palace. 4. Vroom vroom. During the 2023 Trooping the Colour ceremony, Prince Louis did something that left everyone amused. It was either an overly dramatic victory signal or his interpretation of a car, but either way it was adorable. 5. Look out. When participating in an archery event with the 3rd Upton Scouts Hut in May 2023, Prince Louis held nothing back, displaying his determination and impressive aim. We wouldn't want to be on his bad side. 6. Part of the crew. Prince Louis's focus was unwavering as he helped his dad operate an excavator to assist the local 3rd Upton Scouts Hut in breaking ground. Construction vehicles certainly held more allure for him than coronations. 7. The Big Help Out. During this charitable event, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis enjoyed s'mores, but it was Louis who dived right in, showcasing his insatiable appetite for marshmallows. 8. Leaving his mark. Prince Louis took his future royal duties quite seriously when he prepared to stamp his handprint into a classroom wall during the Big Help Out. He looked determined and authoritative, promising a memorable legacy for the United Kingdom, both through his iconic moments and his geopolitical contributions to the world. 9. La Di Da. Prince Louis displayed his unique personality during various royal events, showcasing a range of expressions and antics that were both amusing and endearing. When the royal family gathered on the balcony of Buckingham Palace after the coronation of King Charles IIe, the young prince couldn't care less about the large crowd. Instead of the customary royal wave, he opted for a two-handed wave dance hybrid, defying convention. 10. Bedtime blues. Even the royal family struggles with bedtime routines, and Prince Louis was no exception. His obvious yawns before and during his grandfather's coronation ceremony were likely a result of resisting his bedtime and perhaps sheer boredom. 11. A rare smile. One of the few moments when Prince Louis cracked a smile during the coronation day was when he left Westminster Abbey with his siblings and parents in the royal carriage. Even this smile seemed somewhat half-hearted, reminiscent of an awkward family photo pose when you'd rather be anywhere else. Nonetheless, it was a welcome glimpse of his happiness. 12. Sassy face. During Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June 2022, Prince Louis made an unforgettable expression, something akin to a cheeky, na-na-na-na boo-boo face directed at Kate Middleton. Questions abound about this picture. Where did he learn this cheeky expression? Did he accompany it with a playful mouth fart noise? What did Kate and Prince William say to their son after this unexpected gesture? 13. Assertive gesture. Prince Louis didn't hesitate to cover his mother's mouth during the Platinum pageant when he had heard enough. His roles as a mum and the Duchess of Cambridge meant little to him in that moment. He then turned away from the fashion icon, leaving us uncertain about which part was more disrespectful. 14. Resignation. After several dramatic moments, Prince Louis ultimately accepted his fate of watching what appeared to be an unimpressive show during the Platinum pageant. That glossy-eyed, side-smirking face suggested a child who was simply fed up with the proceedings. 15. Overwhelmed. This particular photo may have a reasonable explanation, but it wouldn't be surprising if Prince Louis struck the same pose and expression even without a flypast event. Standing beside his late grandmother on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, he covered his ears, attempting to drown out the noise of the planes overhead, even if that meant screaming at the top of his lungs. He's livable, but expecting logic from a child his age is another matter. 16. Grandpa's joy. The one person who managed to elicit a genuine smile from Prince Louis during the Jubilee celebrations was his grandfather, then Prince Charles. The young prince sat on Charles' lap, grinning from ear to ear, revealing himself as a true grandpa's boy. 17. Straining to see. In December 2020, Prince Louis accompanied his sister and mother to a performance at London's Palladium Theatre to express gratitude to essential workers and their families for their dedication during the COVID-19 pandemic. Louis and Charlotte couldn't resist leaning over the edge, likely after being repeatedly told to stay seated. Their whispered complaints might have included, "But I can't see." 18. Starting early. If you think Prince Louis' resting bitch face is a recent development, think again. He began perfecting his stern expression in June 2019 when he watched his grandmother's birthday parade from the balcony of Buckingham Palace. Paired with his outfit, his glare made him look like the most adorable Disney villain ever. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.